Hello everybody, this is Richard Byrd. I was just sitting here thinking about life and some of the lessons I've learned. Many people who know me know that I worked at an entertainment law firm for a lot of my adult career. We got to do a lot of amazing things. I worked with a guy by the name of James L. Walker, Esquire. And so today I just wanted to do the 5 best tips I learned from James. Now, James is a phenomenal businessman, built a one-man law firm into multiple businesses, multiple agencies we had while we worked there, even started working on hotels, and I mean, just some great things. So he taught me a lot of things that I still even use today. And so I wanted to take a few minutes to talk about the 5 things that I learned from James L. Walker, Jr., Esquire. Number 1 was, everyone is 1 or 2 phone calls away. And what that means is, if you've done your building and networking right, if you've built relationships with people, everyone that you really need to talk to is either 1 phone call or 2 phone calls away. And just take that further. It means that if I need to reach, say, the president of a record label, I either already have a direct access or I know someone who has a direct access. And so within 2 phone calls all the time, maybe 3 on the outset, but within a few phone calls, we can usually put our hands on just about any decision maker possible. And that's really because if you build relationships with people, you'll be able to extend your network. Number 2, lists. We would have a list of 10 things to do every day. And the idea was that if I at least do 10 things a day, at the end of the week, I've moved my business 50 steps forward. So if I do 10 a day, at least I can move business. I've accomplished 50 things that have moved or will move my business forward every week. Now, that's a goal. We would actually have lists that were bigger than that, but if I could do at least 10, I could at least move business forward every week. And now when we talk about being in that particular list, let's talk about one of the most important things. Always do the closest to the money. If you come in your office, you look at your list, find the one thing that's closest to the money, meaning it's closest to getting a check that's coming to your office. That's what you do first. Now, for me, I do a lot of graphics. I do a lot of proposals. Believe me, I hate doing proposals. But at many cases or many times, the proposal is the closest thing to bringing money in the office. So therefore, it's always the first thing that I have to do. So remember that, always do the first thing closest to money first. Number 4, always keep the deal moving. Whenever you're working in your list or whenever you're working every day, always try to do one thing that moves the deal closer to being closed. Move the deal forward. So if you need to make 4 or 5 phone calls that make your deal happen, that's what you do. Always look to, let me even just backtrack. A lot of people try to close the deal too soon. And what I mean is they try to look at the bigger part of the project as opposed to looking at your project, your relationship, or whatever you're working on in steps. If I can just get a person to go to the next step, then I'll be that much closer to being what I just talked about a few minutes ago, being closer to the money. And then my last one, don't be afraid to ask for the big money. Attorney Walker would say to me, if they can afford me, Richard, they can afford you. And so we would never be afraid to dream big and ask for big money, because believe it or not, if you're worth it, you're worth it, and never sell yourself short. So there you go, really quick, the 5 things I learned working with attorney James Walker. All right, talk to y'all later. Peace.